What's up guys, my name is Liam, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the collab between Unbox Therapy and MCHOSE with the UT98 mechanical keyboard. Now I don't normally cover mechanical keyboards on my channel, I only do Hall effect keyboards. However, this one really did catch my attention with its different layout, unique design, and the fact that this does come in at a really competitive price. I was eager to get my hands on it and check it out. So in this video I'm going to be telling you how my experience has been with it so far, and hopefully by the end of this video I'll be able to help you decide whether or not this could possibly be the perfect mechanical keyboard for you. So let's check it out. Before we get started, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you will be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box, it does come with a switch and keycap puller, a USB-C to USB Type-A cable, 2 additional switches, and then it also does come with some additional keycaps in case you wanted to change them out. So here we got the keyboard itself, and right off the bat you can see what I was talking about with the unique type of a layout. It does have a calculator button over here in the middle. It also does have this little LED bar. I'll show you what it looks like while this is powered on with the RGB going on in the background. As you can see, they do have custom keycaps with their font on here, and also does have a volume knob up here. So I even like this black and white colorway. They also do offer a different colorway, but I do like this minimalistic, sleek looking design. This is enclosed in an all plastic case. However, just the feeling of this, it has really smooth edges. Up here in the top middle portion of the keyboard is where we do have the USB-C connectivity. It also does have this metal plate you can just press and push out. It does sit in here magnetically. This is where you can access the 2.4 wireless receiver if you did want to use this wirelessly. This also does have a massive battery in it where you can get around a month of use from this battery before you have to recharge it. But we also have a standard layout over here on the rear. We do have rubberized feet. Up in each one of the corners, you do have 2 additional tilt settings. These also do have rubberized feet to prevent it from sliding around on you as you're using it. And again, just all around, we could see up here in the front, here's a look at the sides. This is where you do have the switch, but everything about this just feels really smooth and clean, especially definitely noticeable with that additional weight there. Has been sitting nice and planted on my desk. So dropping this on the scale, looks like we got it coming in at approximately 1,244 grams. The PPT keycaps that do come included on this keyboard, they do feel really nice. They do have a little bit of texture here on the top to give you some additional grip. They do have an overall smoother feeling to the touch, however, and looking at these from the back, you can see they are on the thicker end of the spectrum, so they don't feel too hollow or anything, giving you a nice solid typing experience as you're using them. You do have 2 different switch options when picking this up. They also have these icy creamsicle switches. I didn't get a chance to test these out. The switches that came included in this keyboard are the Silent Peach V3 switch, and they are linear. They specifically designed these silent switches for quiet and office type environments. They have an actuation force of around 40 GF. They do have a premium feel, and they are actually very quiet. I'll go and drop a sound test here in just a little bit. But here we have the keyboard right here. I'm not going to fully take it apart. The build on this is actually really impressive. One of the main reasons why I was so interested in checking this out is how unique it is. They put a lot of materials on the inside. I'll go ahead and show you here really quick. If you did want to open this up, you do need pry tools to push around the edges to pop out the clips that is holding this case together. But I did just want to demonstrate a couple of things here for you really quickly. Looking down here, you can see a close-up shot of what the pinholes look like for these switches. For the stabilizers that do come included in here, they do have a nice amount of lube pre-applied to them. Also, these switches do come pre-lubed as well. Just the general feeling of these switches, they do have this box style to them, and they have a really nice just feeling to them all around. As you can see, not a whole lot of stem wobble here. So they do have a really nice stability to them as you're using them. I'll go ahead and demonstrate for you here. You don't get a whole lot of stem wobble as you actually are using them. This does have a south facing LED on them. And as far as the switch plate goes, again, just the materials on this is gasket mounted. I'll go ahead and push here on the plate and just look how soft that is. A lot of movement there, and it doesn't feel like it's too mushy or anything like that. You do get still a really solid type of an experience to it, but if you're to get aggressive and start to push in here, as you can see, it does have some give to it. So really cool design. I feel like the gasket mount just combined with how they got the internal design set up here, again, it does give you a really good feeling as you are typing on it. And those silent switches, I don't feel like there's really a good representation of them coming through on a microphone. I'll give you just a really brief demonstration on what these actually do sound like. You can make adjustments to this keyboard using their web-based driver. Once you get logged in, you'll have standard types of things over here on the first tab where you can remap any of the keys on here. If you did choose to do so, even the function layers as well, even though this is a pretty large size keyboard. You also do have different types of settings here to control the backlighting on the keyboard as well. And then over here on the next tab for the performance, this is where you can control the hibernating settings. This is of a maximum polling rate of 1000 Hertz. They also do have this ultra low latency mode up here in the top right hand corner. I do currently have this enabled. Probably not the best idea to use this if you are using this wirelessly, as it will more than likely drain the battery life faster. And then over here on the final tab is where you can update the firmware as soon as a newer version does become available. Right now, this keyboard is currently available on Kickstarter. They do have a couple of additional options here. They also do have an option where you could pick up the keyboard with this custom mouse pad here. This is a standard cloth style or control style feeling mouse pad. It does feel really good. It does have a really nice smooth feeling to it. You don't notice a whole lot of texture there along the wire, the X-axis. It does have a rubberized base. Stitching on it looks like it was done pretty well also. And then they also have the option here where you can get it with this. Has a full rubberized backing on it, so nice and sticky. As you can see here, this is very plush, almost like a gel type of an experience. It does have a really slow rebound there. So to wrap things up with my final thoughts on the UT98, I genuinely feel like Unbox Therapy and MCHOSE has done a fantastic job just with the overall design of this keyboard. I've been reviewing MCHOSE keyboards on my channel now for a while. I'm very impressed with what they're able to do, which is the overall premium feeling and experience you get with their keyboards at the low price point that they do come in at. With these switches, if you don't like these silent switches, which I personally am a big fan of, I like the fact how they give you pretty much no noise, smooth actuation, and combined with that with the soft switch plate, all the padding they do have inside of this keyboard, it does really give you a premium and unique overall feeling, especially the fact that this does have the wireless connectivity with a massive battery in here. I know that could be a huge benefit for a lot of people out there. I really don't have a whole lot of things to critique about this. Maybe the fact if you did want to open this up and change any of the internals, it is a little bit harder to get into, but really aside from that, I really think the layout on this is cool. This calculator button, I actually have been using it a lot the entire time that I've been testing this out. So really impressive stuff here from them. I'll go ahead and leave links down in the description below if you do want to be a part of this Kickstarter. But aside from that, if you do have any additional questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.